Do you want to hear a story about the real struggles of a producer? Then check this video out because I'm going to break down to you whatever struggles that arrives in the path of making a beat. And the beat I'm making is the 300th sample challenge of the Producer's Corner, which is hosted by Chris McManus, aka DJ Stress, and Rocco. I strongly advise you to go check that out. Befriend Chris McManus on Facebook and follow the steps there, which he provides every week. So here's the process of my beat making for the 300th sample challenge of the Producer's Corner. Hi, I'm Ole from Subphotic.com, where I try to help rappers, producers, beatmakers get as good a sound as possible. And as a supplement to this video, grab my sample pack. The link is in the description, where you get 20 kicks, 20 snares, 20 hi-hats, more than enough to get your beats rolling, especially if you do sample-based music. It's practical and applicable. And so yesterday, I was going to make the beat. I had my samples ready, I had Ableton Live running, and I was eager to show you my new acquired skills in Ableton Live because I've just started learning it. And then I started jamming with the samples. I found a groove, and when I hit record, everything stopped and I couldn't understand what happened. I still haven't understood it, and I'm going to show you exactly what happened. If you're an Ableton Live wizard, please hit me up in the comments and tell me how to solve this issue. Let's create dig.
Quand on s'appelle Elsa,
I love that voice.
on a sur les épaules le...
That voice has got to be used some way. Got all these fancy synths and MIDI controllers, and I'm using my Apple keyboard.
On aime Elsa.
Oh, this sucks. I don't know. Ableton, come on. Why do you have to be like that? Here we go. I figured it out. I had the warp mode engaged. I don't want to have that. Is this cheating to use horns like that? Now we're chopping. Now we're chopping. Are you serious? Didn't apply here? No. Okay. Oh, here we go. Fade in. Oh yeah, I like this. So I have the main loop now, and now I need the variation at the end. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Let's record it. Let's see. What happened there? It wouldn't record. Not a chance in the world. Maybe it's the audio interface. I don't know what the issue is, but help me out if you can. I had to go over to my MPC and do the beat there, and I had to do it in the comfort of my couch because such and such, and it wasn't possible to go to the studio and record that video of me doing the MPC workflow just yesterday evening. I've exported it to Logic Pro, which is my go-to DAW. I've made a rough mix and arrangement, so I will break down the beat and the process around it. So it won't be like a live beat making session that I hoped it would be, but this is the next best thing, I think. The greatest takeaway from this is the process. You have an intention of doing something like making the beat while filming it and sharing it with you. That will be for next time. For now, I just want to show you the rough truth about how a process can be and what can be done to make it good. Even though nothing went as planned, I still intend to share this with you, and I just hope that I will solve the issues that arrived later, and next time I will give you something even sweeter. Okay, so let's dive in. Right, so here I am in Logic Pro. I've turned off the limiters They were really killing the transients. I'll have to tweak that later. You can't just make a rough mix and then put on a series of limiters. See, I have my coffee here as well. And when I have my coffee, I'm really in the zone because I love coffee. Don't you? This is Nespresso. We're planning on getting a fancier coffee machine, but Nespresso with the capsules, they do a good job, decent enough. Okay, I'll just show you the loop from the Ableton session, which I had to remake on the MPC. I don't know if I got the vibe locked down, but here we go. Like this. It's not too bad. Oh, some clicks there. You know, this is just a rough draft. I found a drum break in one of the other songs. The next video will actually be about parallel processing, but here's a sneak peek. Here's my parallel processing going on. So here's the drum loop. This will also be another video about the super plate from Soundtoys. I have used 2 kicks from the sample pack that is free and down in the description. You can download it straight away if you want. These are kicks that are perfect for adding to a drum break, to beefing up the drum break, to enhance the transient maybe of the kicks and sometimes of the snare. On this beat, I didn't need to enhance the transient of the snare because the snare was popping already. So here comes 2 kicks, one that I use as a main kick and the other as a ghost kick, which is just to get the accent going. You see here, this is just to add some more swing. Boom, like so, boom. Right. Sounds really dull solo, but with the drum. Without. So you have more transient energy with these kicks. And then I've added some crashes because I had a banger of a break. I can show you everything now together. In addition to the original sample that I flipped with the Ableton Live, I think there were 7 songs in total in the playlist from the sample challenge. And I found a song, a French song, which had some female vocals on it and a lot of instrumentation going on. And it goes like this. You like it? I'm pretty pleased with the result. I like this beat. In the chorus, you have 2 bars of drums, like so. And then you have 2 bars of boom, 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 boom. And I think a rapper can find that to be an interesting hook, like a chant sort of hook. We will, or something like, I don't know how you know, dun, 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 dun. And then I can alter where the hits go according to the lyrics of the rappers in that section, and I think that can be a banger of some sort. It's 80 BPM, so it's kind of slow, but I think that with some nice double time rapping, with some flexing of technique, I think that can be quite nice. I just want to show you my thinking here with the arrangement. So I got all these loops. Initially on my MPC, I had the drum loop. I had the kick and the ghost kick. I had the crashes. I had a sub bass, which I used the MPC bass synth to make. It's a regular sine wave, really boring. It's just one note, actually. And then I have the main loop. I've called it the main loop. That's the banging sample. There we go. And this one. It sounds like she's saying sound. So maybe the beat will be called sound something. And then you have what I call the alt loop, which is this one, the one that I showed you. Then I have a brass sample, which sounds like this. That's actually the last note in a song. And I've done something here I call brass high, because I've used the Sound Toys Little Alter Boy to pitch it up an octave, like so. But not entirely. I have used the mix knob, and I have actually more dry than wet signals. You can listen here. It sounds really unnatural when it's all the way up on the wet scale, but when I've blended it with a good portion of dry signal, it's kind of masked, so you don't hear it in the context of the beat. And then we have two transitional effects, one that I call laser. These are included in the sample pack that you can download below. They can, of course, be tweaked. You can reverse them. You can do whatever. Add effects, what have you. And that's it. That's everything that I had. And I've done some things here. So to make the intro, I have a solo part here. I think that works for now. I don't need anything else for this part to make it more poppin'. The problem though is when the snare comes in, it's a bit weak still. So I have to do some adjustments there. You can listen here. And here I have my voice tag. Listen. So I need to do something. Maybe it's volume automation, maybe it's a slight filter automation. I have tended to use filter automation like the low pass and the high pass filter for the transition of the sections. I've done that a lot, and I think that I have to renew myself. I can't do that on every beat. It's a bit predictable and boring, so I will try something else. Maybe I will automate some reverb, maybe I will automate the volume. Maybe the volume automation is the easiest thing to do. I'll see what I do. What I like here is that the chorus section is dense and the verse section is the opposite. It's quite stripped down, it's minimalistic, and I love that contrast. I love it. Don't you love it? Don't you love that contrast? I like to have consistency in the beat. So I have added some parts of the chorus. I have added here, but I have, and I call it main loop echo. I could have called it chorus loop because it's the chorus loop. I've used a Pro Q3 just to cut out a big portion of the low end and a slightly big portion of the high end, and just the mids remain. I've used an echo boy to get some echo, and this is how it sounds. It's just a reminder of what is to come and what has been, right? So it's tying the beat together and making the listener get a sense of completeness, fullness. It also comes here, but that's another part of the chorus. Listen. That's the female voice. And I love having something that only comes in once in a beat. Don't you? Here comes the last section before the chorus hits again. So the last section of the verse before the chorus. I have removed some bass, as you can see, and it's just to make it even more minimalistic before the full density of the chorus strikes again. Let's hear. This is just to give the beat more impact, give the chorus more impact once it hits. What I will do later on in the mix is that I will try to widen some of the sounds. I will try to pan out the brass and the alt loop, the minimalistic piano type thing. I've just made a separate track with another EQ setting, and that's where I have removed the high and the low end. And what remains is just the texture. I don't know if there's anything else to add. I've finished my coffee at least. Here I have some water. It's hot outside now here in Norway. It's almost 30 degrees and it's mid-June. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to download the free sample pack. The link is in the description, or you can just go to subfarik.com/sample pack and you will get it there straight away. And if you feel like it, check out one of these two videos, which is kind of related to what we're just talking about here, and I'll catch you there. Peace!